negated laziness, says Orchot Tzadikim. Shlomo HaMelech says 7 things about the lazy man. It says in Mishlei Parak 26. It says if you go to the lazy man, you say, your teacher's in the city. Go learn Torah from him. What is the lazy guy going to say? No, I'm scared. He says, maybe there's going to be a lion that's going to eat me. Something's going to happen to me. Then you tell him, listen, your teacher is in their neighborhood. He said, no, maybe it's in front of my house. He's right next to your house. No, he's outside, the lion. He said, he's inside your house. He said, no, but what if I go to that room and it's locked? What do you mean the door's open? He says, no, but maybe he's not there anymore. So then he says, I want to sleep a little bit more. And King Solomon says, how long will you sleep, you lazy man? When will you rise from your bed? Even so, he's so lazy that even if they give him to eat, he's too lazy to put his hand to his mouth. As it says, Taman atzel yado b'tzalachat, nil'a le'ashiva el piv. Basically, a lazy man, he has always excuses. No, today's not a good day. Tomorrow, I'll start my diet tomorrow. I'll start working tomorrow. It's not good weather today. It's already 5 o'clock today. It's already this. It's already that. He finds 1,001 reasons why today is not a good day to start doing what he's supposed to be doing. Even if you tell him that all you have to do, the food is ready, just put it in your mouth, you'll find the reason why he doesn't have to do that either. Laziness. Rashi Yochai says, "The law zeh shelo lamad Torah b'neorav, rotzeh lilmod b'ziknoto ve'enu yachol, zehu v'sha'al b'katzir v'ayin." This is what the pasuk says. He will ask in the harvest. There's nothing. That means there's a curse on the lazy man. What's the curse? If you had the opportunity to do something now and you don't, you're cursed. Haz v'shalom. Then when you want to do it later, you won't be able to do it. And Shimon Gamliel says that's why you see Shimon Yochai says sometimes you see people they didn't learn Torah when they're younger and they could have, and when they try to learn Torah when they're older, they can't. Why? Because they get the curse of the lazy man. Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom amar davar gadol mekulam ki karov elecha davar me'od beficha ulevavcha la'asoto. Moshe Rabbeinu said, this thing is very close to you. It's in your mouth and your heart to do it. All you have to do is open your mouth. The person thinks that, oh, Rabbi, to go to yeshiva and to go open the book and to learn the chavruta. By the time I get there and I do this and I have to learn, I have to understand and I have to fit in and I have to do this and I don't know how am I going to understand? I don't know Aramaic. And he gets overwhelmed in his mind. And Moshe Rabbeinu says that's all laziness. And you have to know, all you have to do is open your mouth and it'll happen. You think every rabbi who became a rabbi, every person who knows how to learn Gemara, went to yeshiva knowing how to learn Gemara? No, he also didn't know. He also didn't realize what was going on. And he was learning as he went, and he was also overwhelmed, and he pushed through, and he really wanted it, so Hashem gave him siyata d'shmaya. So therefore, all you have to really do is open your mouth. There's no laziness greater. There's no laziness greater than failing to even open the mouth, and remit the words from your mouth. He says the desire of the lazy man will kill him, for his hands refuse to do so. Okay? So therefore he says, the lazy man is wiser in his eyes than 7 who answer sensibly. Even if you bring 7 chachamim, the lazy man is smarter than them. Why? Because he could give them reasons why he shouldn't do anything. He could give excuses. He's so good at even 7 chachamim will explain to him why he should do it. He'll be able to find the answer to all of them. That's the power of the desire of laziness. He says, for example, he says, a king had many couriers and many emissaries who performed all the missions for him, and they also gave back a report. But one of his servants was very lazy. He always pretended to be sick and not feeling well. He always used to stay home and eat from the king's palace. So one day, when he saw his friends come back from all the hard journey they were on, and what happened? He said he regarded himself wiser than them. He says, you guys are fools. I sit home, I eat from the palace, I have a good life. You guys are on the journey all day. You're risking your lives to go deliver these messages. And he thinks he's smarter. Here too, what's going to happen? The king will reward those wise ones who did his bidding and pay no attention to the lazy one. And that's why the lazy guy thinks he enjoys Olam Hazeh, but he has a rude awakening Olam Haba. Yeah, okay, it's true. You got excuses. You didn't do the mitzvahs. But then the day you're going to regret it. You're going to say, I should have, I could have, and I would have. And that's the biggest pain in Olam Haba, is the regret that I should have, could have, and I would have. So therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu bara b'niyah chalasha ogeret lachma torechel ma'achala kidei lachi ma'atzel. Hashem created a frail creature that stores its food and exerts itself for its food in order to make the lazy man wise. Which animal does the lazy man supposed to learn from? From the ant. As it says, King Solomon says, Lechel nemela atzel red darchea v'chacham. The lazy man, go to the ant, go and learn, grow wise from the ant. Why? Because the ant collects food more than it can eat in its lifetime. Because he believes that hopefully he'll live that long and he can carry many times its weight, its body weight, to show that he's not lazy, he's a hard worker. And the person has to learn from him that he should also exert himself. However, there is a good laziness. What's a good laziness? There's a good type of laziness. A person should be lazy to do evil and pursue his desires. When they tell a man about a king who wants to send him on a dangerous mission, he refuses to go. When the king cursed him, he said, it's better you curse me and I live than you pray for me and I die. Right? So therefore, the person says, eager man is the who goes and does mitzvot, he's rewarded. The lazy man who's rewarded is the one who is lazy to do averot. Therefore, that's why, when should you be lazy? You should be lazy on Shabbat. Lazy on Shabbat to do melacha. You shouldn't do melacha. You should be lazy not to go and pursue weekday activities on Shabbat. But you should be eager to do the mitzvot on Shabbat. A person has to be light, eager to sit with friends gather for Torah, and heavy and reluctant to sit with scoffers and doers of evil. That's why the sages say, you should be light to hear, you should be eager to hear reproof, musar, and words of Torah, and heavy to hear profanity and idle talk. It's hard for you, it should be lazy to hear, sit with people who talk about these things. There's a famous rabbi, the Marshal. He used to pay one of his congregants, or to give him musar every day. He said, I want to pay you. You should come to me and tell me what I did wrong. He says, but you're the Kvod Rav, you're the Rav. He says, I don't care. I also need to hear musar. What do you mean? So he said, come to the rabbi. Rabbi, sorry to tell you, but you came 10 minutes late to davening today. And Rabbi, your shiur ended 2 minutes early. You should have taught longer. And Rabbi, you didn't do this right. You didn't do that right. You missed this. You missed that. And you used to give him musar every day. And the rabbi was eager. The rabbi was excited. He says, I need to hear this. This is good for me. A person who's wise, when people rebuke him, he loves it. He says, this is good, I'm improving. And a person should be lazy to what? Lazy to hear his good, to hear the good things about him, because then it pumps him up and gives him ego. And Hans Hashem, we see people are opposite. People like to hear they're good. I mean, people are praising them in the yeshua, right? He tells his friends, shh, listen, they're praising us. But when he hears somebody tell him, oh, you didn't read this word right when you were davening, and you know how to read? And you know better than me, and you also don't know how to read. Right away you get offended. Right away you get very sensitive. The person is supposed to be eager to hear musar and lazy to hear compliments. Baruch Le'olam.